Wow, that was perfect. Perfect timing. Hello, YouTube. There's Mihal reading through the script. There's Abby. I don't know what she's doing because her job's done. And there's Blue. And I don't know what she's doing because her job is done. Hello, Grim. How are you? And Joseph, why hello. Hello to you too. Welcome to the stream. So now the interesting thing is I am listening to different music than you are because I'm listening to the real stream, or well, this is a real stream too, but I am listening to the other stream, and you are listening to my music. You're still not spelling Mihal correctly. Or Abby. Grim. But anyways, Grim says hi to Abby, Mihal, and Blue. Mihal spelled M-E-H-A-L-L. It is how it's pronounced. Thank you. It is, it's something. It's something. I don't know what it is, but it is something. It literally, I just put a light back in the back of the room, turned it to blue, and called it a day because I have all these monitors in front of me that are giving me lots of light. Is that better on the music, Grim? So now the interesting thing is, everything was done ahead of time today, so there is not a lot for me to do right now, and it is 23 minutes to the hour. Are you hearing? That's weird, I have to look at that. Are you hearing two pieces of music? I don't think so. Maybe you are. No. Well, you're probably hearing a little echo in the room from the speakers in the room because I am blasting it in the room as well. It's a fact. Yeah, thankfully there's autocorrect, or I'd be screwed. Although it makes you say some weird things sometimes. Are you really hearing too? Yeah, so you're probably hearing it from the room. I think. Multi-view. Still hearing too? No, I think it's better now. Yeah, you're just hearing it from the room. Joseph says, congrats, Blue, on the graduation. Oh, that's why I hear myself echoing. I have YouTube opened on the other computer. So what's going on today, guys? Anything good? 11 a.m. You need to take a nap already? Come on, man.
I'm Barry Douglas, Artistic Director of Meadows Festival, which takes place from the 18th to the 21st of August. This year's the 20th.
Oh, we got the North Coast. Oh, wow. So that's muted. Okay. No, it's all good. We can avoid the screeching. Hey, Steph, how are you? The deadline for that thing. Yesterday? Grim? How's that? You're working on landing another client for a thing. We can probably look at more like next month. I think I'm going to stick with what we have for now because we're going to be making some changes around here next month. Yeah. So, sometime next month. Yeah, that was mad loud. So that was one of the playbacks that we have for one of the festivals that we're talking about. And we are going to be using that as B-roll instead of using it as playback because we don't really need that. Yeah, I figure you could use a little more time. All good. Go. I'm ready to go. Let's do this. Let's do this show. We got 20 minutes. Oh, that's right. So today, I went to the United States Embassy, and if I had another passport, I would have, and $2,500, I would have renounced my citizenship at that moment because it was stupid. Totally stupid. They sent, oh yeah, I haven't told anybody this story. So I show up with all my forms filled up. I had to send all my forms 3 days early, so I sent them last Tuesday. They replied, they said, looks good, see you at your appointment on Monday. I got there with all my forms filled out and my postal money order from On Post. And I hand them over to her, and she starts looking through everything, and she says, I don't think this is the right form. And so I was renewing my passport, and I had also lost my passport card, the little card that you can get for traveling between Mexico and United States and Canada. So she made me fill out a new form, and I did that. But apparently this new form costs a different amount of money than the other form. Now I had a postal money order for the exact amount that they told me in this email that they sent me. They said come with a check for 150 euro. Yeah. So they wanted like 275 euro for me to report my passport card as lost and get a new one. Plus, they wanted my passport renewal fee. I'm like, I don't have that kind of cash on me. Also, I only have this check. So the woman at the... So they separate people. They have like the person who does all the processing, and then they also have the cashier. So the woman says, here. Oh, I ended up, long story short, I ended up saying, screw the passport card. I can report the passport card as lost, the old one, which expires in 14 days, for free online without having to pay. So I said, okay, cool. Screw the passport card. I'll just get the passport. I need it as soon as possible. So she said, okay, it's going to be 145 euro. 145 euro? No, it's going to be 94 euro. Now, my check was for 150. She said, oh yeah, not a problem. Just go over to the cashier. So I go over to the cashier and I hand her the check and I hand her the little form that she needs to sign for me to bring back to the processing people. I don't know what they're called. And she says, I can't accept this check because you only owe 97 euro or $110. I said, okay, fine, then I'll make a donation to the United States government of the balance. And she said, no, you can't do that. I need the exact amount. So I asked her if there was any other services she can charge me for. And she said no. So, now, don't forget, when I was with the processing people, they took my passport. I no longer had a passport. So I had to go back to the processing people. They had to go find my passport because they had already sent it somewhere for processing. So essentially, I had to go back to the post office with my passport because I need ID to cash a check, to cash the 150 euro check at OnPost, pay yet another fee to have another check made. Yes, exactly, bureaucracy. I would have renounced my citizenship if I had $2,500 available right now. And another passport. So I had to pay not only when I got the original, but I had to pay for another 5 euro to get another money order for 97 euro, and then go back through security. I don't know if you've ever gone through well, you have, Grim, because you used to be in the military. I don't know if you've ever gone through security at a foreign embassy, but it's a process. And I paid my fee and returned my old passport. And now I have no ID again, but supposedly I will have my passport in about 10 days. Yeah. Fucking American government. This is why I live in Ireland. Because as much as the bureaucracy sucks here too, it's not like the United States. And at least the people are nice when they're messing things up. But yeah, I was waiting for them to. I was getting a little vocal in there, and the room's pretty small, and they had like a whole bunch of people. Actually, there were families coming for passports. Mainly Irish families who have dual citizenship, and they were getting their kids their first U.S. passport. Yeah, so I got a little vocal. I don't think I swore because I knew that there were kids around, but I felt like it a lot. And the security guard that was over by the door to enter this little processing area stood up and walked over to me, so I guess I was being a little loud. But yeah, So I didn't go to jail today, but certainly reminded of why I live overseas. What are the? Hold on, I need to pull this up on screen. So Grim asks, what are the 4 most scariest words you hear from the U.S. government? I'll give some people some time. If you're watching the replay, we're here to help. I like it, Grim. Yeah, it actually says 4 weeks on the website, but because I need to travel and I need it technically, I need it now, but to renew my Irish visa, I need it ASAP. So they were expediting it, and she didn't charge me the expediting fee because of the conflicts of information that was sent to me. Like, now literally I had a checklist that they sent to me, and I followed everything to the T, including one picture from every single year since 2011 of me. Yes, I had to show my progression of aging. Yeah, and they said everything looks good. Come on, we'll see you on your appointment on Monday. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, President Biden. It's his government now, right? Mihal has disappeared. It is 8 minutes before the hour. And he's gone. He does that every time. But at least this show generally starts on time. Oh shit. Sorry to hear that. Was that pandemic cancellations? Oh, you're never gonna get a refund. Forget that. That won't happen. So Grimm's paid the expediting fee to get his daughter's passport to go to Japan, and then the trip was canceled 3 times. Yeah, good. You can or you can't? Oh. A certain chat window. Not that I need help chat window, a different one. Miho, you're up. So Blue Blue, can I share your personal health information? Blue got her second shot today, her second jab. So hurry up, Mihol. We have 10 minutes. Yeah, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Look, 10 minutes. Well, we need to go live very soon, so that's why we need to get Mihal in his spot so I can hear him and, you know. Focus them. Will the insurance actually pay you back for the cancellation? I know a lot of people are struggling with that because it's like, you know, the act of war or act of God clause. With a small fee. Yeah, of course. Yes, that's better than nothing, right? 75%. Why do I not? Oh. I don't have him turned on, that's fine. Would you guys like to hear me haul while he's getting ready? It's a decent chunk of change, Grim. Oh, here he goes.
This looks weird now. Wear a shirt like a normal person? Thank you. And go on, just do it.
That's okay. We know you're worried.
Yeah, they're gonna. I can hear Kevin.
Cool, Mihal, where's your spot?
I'm right here on the white marker.
Right here on the white mark. Doing any skipping today. This one is down. Oh, did you see that? It just... Cool, Mihal, let's do a sound check.
Hello, I'm Mihal. It's 1858 and Irish Theatre this week. Will you help us continue our support of Irish Theatre? Keep the conversation going. Pledge your support today at www.theatremaker.ie. 1 month to save theatremaker.ie. Fire points.
Fire?
Theatremaker.
There's fire.
There's a fire point in the corner. There's a TV. There's a mug.
Oop, now you're peeking. There's a mug.
Should I continue?
No, you're good. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the music back on.
Ran out of things to talk about.
What? Okay, time to go live. Let's do this. No. Of course we are. We always start on time, though. I actually just realized that I didn't set up the shortcut to Mute Me Hall. That would have been lucky. 94. Cool, Mihal's muted. Going live on Facebook and YouTube. Making the Twitters live. Waiting for a stream. You're still... Oh, that's why. What? Oh, I know why. It says that I'm logged in as FeederMaker, but I'm not logged in as... Yay, got a signal. 16th of August. This is news and current events. Episode 13, Lucky 13. We are live on the Twitters. Refresh. 3 minutes, Mihal. It's gonna bug me that the camera's jumpy. I don't use it very often. Are you on your mark? Hold on, I can't hear you. Now I can hear you. What'd you say?
The mark moved.
The mark did not move. I think the Mihal moved.
I literally kicked the white piece of paper.
Oh, okay. So the mark moved.
It did.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. I have to use the bathroom. Shades of the Prodigy. Yeah, I downloaded some new stuff today. I always download some new stuff. That's the music, Mihal. Does that get you pumped?
A bit of early 2000s electronic music. It is actually like something else.
Oh, that's sad. The song ended too early. Ended a minute early. But I'm now at the point where I'm using 47% of my GPU memory. No, that's more than I've ever used. Usually it's in like 25, 26. I don't know. I made 2 new graphics, but I also haven't restarted the system in a week, so that could be 15 seconds. You ready, Mihal?
Hell yeah.
Gonna mute you? Three, two, one. Stand by. 9, 8. I can't hear you. Oh, he can't see the prompter. Welcome. was a false start. Let's try again. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live.
Welcome to Irish Theatre This Week. We're broadcasting live from the theatremaker.ie studio at Axis Ballymun. Tonight we will bring you the latest in Irish theatre, arts and international news, as well as opportunities, government updates and news from around the world. This is Irish Theatre This Week on Monday the 16th of August 2021.
Stand by. You're live.
There's plenty of news for this busy week, so let's jump right in with the breaking stories.
Stand by. You're live.
The Taliban are said to await a peaceful transfer of power as the group reached Afghan's capital city, Kabul. A spokesman for the militant Islamic group insisted that the people of Afghanistan are safe and that their rights and property will be protected as the group has taken over the president's office in Kabul.
That's one way to do
This
it.
coming just hours after the president of Afghanistan, Ashraf Ghani, absconded from Kabul, leaving an enormous power vacuum and stark scenes at Afghanistan's international airport as thousands flee. President Joe Biden ordered the deployment of an additional 2,000 US troops to help secure the emergency evacuation from Kabul of embassy employees, with thousands of Afghans who worked for American forces now fearing Taliban reprisals. That was on top of 3,000 American soldiers deployed in recent days and 1,000 left in the country after Biden announced in May that the final withdrawal of US military presence in Afghanistan would be completed by September 11th. The decision to leave has come under some scrutiny, but the president reinforced the fact that there was no other option, saying, "I was the fourth president to preside over an American troop presence in Afghanistan. 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats. I will not pass this on to a fifth." In a shocking rout, the Taliban seized nearly all of Afghanistan in over a week, despite the hundreds of billions of dollars spent by the US and NATO over nearly 2 decades to build up Afghan security forces. Sticking with events in Afghanistan, Minister for Foreign Affairs Simon Coveney has said that his department are working on plans to get 15 Irish nationals out of Afghanistan. Mr. Coveney said that there were 23 Irish nationals, some with dual nationality, in Afghanistan, 15 of whom wanted to leave. Most had been booked on commercial flights, but all commercial flights into and out of Kabul airport have been halted, so efforts were now being made to coordinate with other EU countries, the US and the UK to try to find routes out for the Irish nationals. Mr. Coveney has also said that Ireland had agreed to waive visas for 45 citizens escaping Afghanistan, some of whom were already in Pakistan. Ireland had also agreed to take another 100 to 150 refugees. Mr. Coveney added, "We will be prioritising human rights workers, media workers and women and girls, the vulnerable." However, the minister also expects Ireland to do more facing the immigration wave incoming, calling this crisis in Afghanistan a foreign policy catastrophe, the likes of which has not been seen in decades. The Haiti earthquake relief effort continues in the search for possible survivors after Saturday's enormous quake. This powerful 7.2 magnitude earthquake has taken the lives of more than 1,300 people, according to the latest figures from Haiti's Civil Protection Agency. An additional 2,800 people were injured in the tremor that struck the struggling nation over the weekend. The quake flattened hundreds of homes in the impoverished country, which is still clawing its way back from another major quake 11 years ago, and has been without a head of state since the assassination of its president last month. On Sunday, as rescue workers searched collapsed buildings for survivors and aid workers raced to provide help, many of the region's hospitals were swamped with seriously wounded patients struggling to pull through. Health Service Executive CEO Paul Reid has said that 90,000 people in the 12 to 15 age cohort have registered for a COVID-19 vaccine, with 30,000 total vaccines administered to the age group. He added that delivering the correct information to parents is essential at this point in the vaccination program. Separately, Professor Philip Nolan, who chairs the National Public Health Emergency Team's Epidemiological Modelling Advisory Group, said rising hospital admission rates were also not sustainable. Professor Nolan said that the case numbers were on the rise in all age groups in all parts of the country. And although he said the situation is very different from January, the vaccination is preventing an enormous number of transmissions and reducing the severity of the disease, but added that the rising incidence is a real concern. Rules on social distancing could be relaxed as the government looks to shift how the pandemic is managed by the state. The move is said to be away from regulations and population-wide restrictions and towards a focus on public health advice and personal judgment. However, the draft plans drawn up by public health officials as part of a new roadmap for easing restrictions have said any such changes would be dependent on strict targets being met. Extremely high levels of vaccination would need to be achieved. The R number must be close to 1, with key indicators showing the disease was being suppressed, and evidence that hospitals weren't struggling would all need to be seen. Variants of greater transmissibility or vaccine resistance could also hold back progress. The draft plans were discussed as part of the process for drawing up a new plan for the easing of restrictions, which is set to be published by the government at the end of this month. And before moving on, I'd like to take a moment to remind you that the theatremaker.ie team needs your help to keep the conversation going. During the month of August, we're asking you to support our mission in promoting conversations in the sector and making news and information freely available. And by support, we mean we need your financial help. We've set up a special page on our website, www.theatremaker.ie, where you can pledge your support and show how important theatremaker.ie is to you. If you can't help financially right now, it would help to take a moment and share our request of support with 5 of your friends. Thank you in advance for your support. Philadelphia, Here I Come is coming to Cork Opera House. The modern classic by renowned playwright Brian Friel will be the first major dramatic presentation for live audiences in Cork since the easing of restrictions. It will be at the Cork Opera House from Tuesday, October 5th to Saturday, October 16th. Philadelphia, Here I Come premiered in 1964 and subsequently transferred to Broadway, where it received numerous Tony Awards nominations. It is regarded as Friel's first masterpiece. He would go on to write such legendary titles as Translations, Dancing at Lunasa, and Faith Healer. The production will be directed by Jeff Gould, director of the Fit Up Festival in West Cork, and formerly artistic director of the Everyman Theatre. It will be a joy to direct Friel's wonderful, iconic play, and my all-time favourite in my native city. I can't wait to get started, says Juff. Tickets are now on sale at corkoperahouse.ie. Dublin Fringe Festival is starting in less than a month. DFF starts on the 11th of September. Events include installations, comedy, interactive events, and of course theatre. Some of the theatre you can check out on their website include Abundance, Autistic License, and Artist at Work, featuring Mairead Folan, who recently appeared on Stage Door Live.
Hello, Peter. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live.
That video was brought to us by Dublin Fringe Festival and Big O. More information can be found and tickets bought on fringefest.com. Some tickets are still available for Bright Umbrella's The Burial at Thebes. Bright Umbrella are touring their fast-paced modern version of Seamus Heaney's The Burial at Thebes, based on the ancient Greek classic Antigone by Sophocles. The Burial at Thebes will be performed at Smock Alley Theatre Friday the 3rd and Saturday the 4th of September at 7:30 p.m. with a matinee on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. The Irish Theatre Institute, in association with Dublin Fringe Festival and in partnership with Culture Ireland, is facilitating Information Toolbox. Now in its 16th year, ITI's Information Toolbox offers the artists and companies presenting work in Dublin Fringe 2021 the chance to engage with programmers, presenters and potential collaborators across Ireland and from abroad. Registration for Information Toolbox 2021 is now open until Tuesday the 31st of August. This year's Information Toolbox will consist of a morning networking session and an afternoon pitching session on Zoom. The morning networking sessions will give groups of presenters a chance to meet artists presenting work at this year's Dublin Fringe Festival over Zoom. Dublin-based performance journal Draft, in partnership with Project Arts Centre, publishes This Is Not a Dramatisation, This Is Really Happening, an edited collection of conversations between artists exploring the place of live performance in a digital world on the 26th of August. Topics in the book include the ambient nature of contemporary warfare, the trial of millennial American whistleblower, reality winner, the embodied language of autism, rights advocate Mel Baggs, UFO origin stories, cultural boycotts in Russia, the practice of self-institutionalization as a response to hyper-bureaucracy, and the plant world as a viable model for human politics. This is not a dramatization, this is really happening. Features contributions from artists working in a range of performance disciplines based in Europe, Russia, and the USA. Discounted pre-orders are available for Friday.
Stand by.
If you find value in Stage Door Live, please help us
That's a
grow
lot.
by letting your
That
friends
was
and
really a
followers
lot.
know. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button and give us a like.
Yes,
Take a
it's
moment
very
to
fringy,
share
Peter.
this live feed with your friends and followers right now.
20 seconds.
If you're watching us on YouTube,
plus a
make sure to
transition.
give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell to keep updated on our new and exclusive YouTube content. Your support helps us continue these important conversations about Irish theatre
5,
now
4,
and into the
3,
future.
2, 1. Transition. Your mic's live. You live.
Rishi Sunak has been criticised for saying he sympathises with art workers. Rishi Sunak, British Chancellor of the Exchequer, was quoted saying he sympathises with art workers who feel close to quitting the industry for good after almost 2 years without regular work. I know it's hard, Sunak stated, a politician on more than £70,000 per year. The British government and Sunak previously came under fire for a reskilling campaign deemed crass. The campaign depicted people of various jobs, including a ballet dancer, suggesting they changed to tech jobs. According to the Arts Council of England in 2020, the arts and culture industry contributed more than £10 billion a year to the UK economy. The historic California Theatre in Pittsburgh, California received $400,000 in funding earlier this month. Renovations on the theatre have been underway since 2020, when it received a massive $1 million donation to begin expanding its capacity. The boost comes from the 2021 to 2022 state budget, which was recently approved by Senator Steve Glazer. The money will be used to update the theatre's marquee and build dressing rooms below the stage, as well as add more than 100 new seats. Mayor Merle Craft said that the extra money is particularly welcome after the pandemic forced the theatre and other downtown venues, such as restaurants, to close for so many months. Janice Glover of the Pittsburgh Arts and Community Foundation had spearheaded efforts to find grants and hold fundraisers for the first phase of the expansion, which was financed by the initial $1 million John H. and Regina K. Scully Foundation grant. That money is being used to add 150 seats and expand the 100-year-old theatre's capacity to almost 500 seats. It will also pay to reinforce the balcony, update the lighting, sound and electrical systems, and new floors and railings, and improve accessibility. The Traverse Theatre is staging This Is Paradise, written by Northern Irish playwright Michael John O'Neill, in its Fringe programme. The drama, set in the late 1990s, is a monologue in which a young woman called Kate, played by Irish actor Amy Malloy, goes through tumultuous events in her private life. As she does, the signing of the Good Friday Agreement reverberates in the background, perhaps mirroring her own internal conflict. It finds Kate at a key moment in her life as she and her partner are trying for a baby, but Kate is full of doubt about the ability of her body to go through a successful pregnancy. The play will run at the Traverse between the 24th and 29th of August and will be available to watch online from late August. Tickets are available at traverse.co.uk, where you can pay as much as you can afford from £10 onward.
Go ahead.
And it's looked like we have some breaking news, as we will do all this month. We want to thank you for supporting our Keep the Conversations Going campaign. Tonight we must thank Joseph from San Marcos, who donated €40 today. Please do help us keep the conversation going by pledging your support on our website at theatremaker.ie.
Oh, Jesus. Let's try that again.
Last Saturday, Ireland opened the doors to history and living culture during the annual National Heritage Week from the 14th to the 22nd of August. There are more than 800 in-person and online events all over Ireland, with the main focus being on natural landscapes, wildlife and habitats, buildings, structures and monuments, as well as customs, practices, places and objects. Highlights include family-focused activities such as a tour of Glendalought's monastic site, a treasure hunt for the key to Portumna's castle door, and a forestry workshop at Kilkenny Castle. There will be 3 short outdoor plays staged by Shiver Productions at the National Botanic Gardens in Glasnevin and Kilmacurra. Online events will include podcasts, live-streamed events, and a series of musical recordings in the settings of Sligo Abbey and Parks Castle. To check out the full programme, go to heritageweek.ie. The Clandeboy Festival returns this week. The festival will be celebrating its 20th anniversary with a selection of concerts performed live and in front of an audience, but also live streamed for those who cannot make it. Funded by the Arts Council of Northern Ireland, this year's festival welcomes musicians from Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland and England, while international artists will be returning next year. Barry Douglas, Artistic Director of Clandeboy Festival and Camerata Ireland, said, "We can't wait to see our audiences come back and enjoy great music at Clandeboy again."
Stand by.
I'm Barry Douglas, Artistic Director of Clandeboy
Minute and a
Festival,
half.
which takes place from the 18th to the 21st of August. This year's the 20th anniversary of the festival, and we're very proud of that. We've had a lot of young musicians come through this festival, 260 so far. We're not having the Academy this year because of COVID, but we'll have
I
it
have
online
2
like
B-Mix
last
productions
year.
running
But
at
we
the
have
same
4
time,
days
yes.
packed with
So
great
I have
music and great musicians. Yeah, we take great pride.
the
that this
real
is kind
show,
of,
and then I have the show that I'm providing
it's
to you
definitely a working
guys.
festival. It's not just the concert.
Yeah, I screwed up Joseph's Don't Know Hype.
But it's also a
Totally
place
screwed it up.
for the young musicians to have masterclasses
We'll fix it
with
next time.
our great international guest artists from all around the world. And then they go on to do great things. Some have gone on to study with some of the guest artists wherever they're teaching around the world. And many have gone on to great solo
45
careers
seconds.
and chamber music careers. The Arts Council have been amazing, very, very supportive and great with advice on how to proceed, especially at this difficult time with the pandemic. But over the years, they've supported Camerata
30
Ireland,
seconds.
our chamber orchestra, and the Clandeboy Festival, and it's been absolutely amazing. You can find out about this festival from the Camerata Ireland
dancing?
website, www.camerata-ireland.com.
20 seconds.
Or from the Grand Opera House, Belfast, and the tickets are in the box office at the Grand Opera House.
15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your life.
You can check out the full programme at the official website of Grand Opera House, Belfast. A new report for Project Arts Centre examines the opportunities, impact and reach of digital theatre after the outbreak of COVID-19. Titled From Stage to Screen, the research report by Sinead McPhillips studies Landmark Ireland's live broadcast of The Approach. According to Cian O'Brien, Artistic Director of the Project Arts Centre, this research will be vital in setting new standards for how they engage with their audiences in innovative ways. You can find the full report on projectartcentre.ie. It's only Monday, but if you're already making plans for the weekend, you could always check out the Meadows Festival in the historic setting of the Irish Museum of Modern Art. The program will celebrate the diversity of talent nationwide with a focus on supporting and celebrating emerging Irish artists alongside established performers. The festival will include a series of 8 socially distant events. Among them are music shows stretching genres of indie, folk, soul, and orchestral performances with numerous guest vocalists. Tickets are now on sale at ticketmaster.ie. Minding Creative Minds is building a mobile app for the creative sector in association with partners Spectrum Life and the Ireland Fund. The app will feature advice and resources and act as a tool for contacting qualified counsellors. Minding Creative Minds asks you that you fill in their short 2-question survey to help make this app better.
You live.
And a reminder that the second Scenographia installment, Eco Scenographia, is happening Wednesday with Max Dory. Max will discuss the Model Box Library project and waste in production design. Scenographia is a series of free online creative lectures, workshops, and talks to showcase and engage with the broad and diverse range of voices and disciplines in the scenographic world, provided by the Irish Society of Stage and Screen Designers. These are taking place on a monthly basis, alternating creative workshops, lectures, and practical talks. These events are free, but you need to register in advance to attend. This week's Arts Council application deadlines include the Project Awards and Engaging with Architecture. The Project Awards are open in all disciplines, from architecture to street arts and spectacle and theatre to young people, children, and education.
You have to add
Project Awards amounts range from
Peter, it's in the
€30,000
settings.
to €150,000 depending on the discipline. The deadline for applications is Thursday the 19th of August at 5:30 p.m. Then the Engaging with Architecture scheme exists to support ambitious, innovative and creative high-quality projects such as exhibitions, events, festivals and programs. It aims to enhance and extend the public experience of and involvement with architecture. The scheme is developmental and also seeks to build a network of architects, curators, art programmers, festivals and arts centres in this area of practice. The next date to be announced. The closing date for applications is also 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, the 19th of August. Galway Arts Centre is recruiting for the new post of Director of Strategy, Development and Inclusion. The successful candidate will lead the delivery of the Galway Arts Centre strategy, engage with staff, partners and funders on the development of the centre, its programme, services and assets, and develop new ways to expand access to the Arts Centre in Galway and diversify Galway Arts Centre audiences. This is a part-time position working 2 days per week. Interested candidates should send a CV and their cover letter to Tara O'Connor, General Manager at tara@galwayartscentre.ie. Applications for this position will be accepted until 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 1st of September 2021. Interviews will take place on the 9th and 10th of September. Another one from Galway. Galway City Council invites professional musicians, performers and artists living or working in Galway City to apply to perform outdoors in the city under the local live performance programming scheme. The scheme will be coordinated and curated by Culture Works. This scheme is funded by the Department of Tourism, Culture, Arts, Gaeltacht, Sport and Media. And the aim of the scheme is to facilitate the programming of outdoor live events in summer 2021. Performances will take place in a selection of outdoor public spaces throughout Galway City. Activities will be scheduled on various outdoor locations on the weekends in the period of September to October 2021, and some flexibility around dates may be required. Preference will be given to proposed activities that are specifically suitable for broad audiences and families. More information and applications can be found on cultureworks.ie. A paid workshop is coming up with the US artist and activist Andrew Simonet. Simonet is running a series of workshops for artists based on his book Making Your Life as an Artist. There are four sessions total taking place, with the recording of the first last Friday being available online after registering. The other three workshops take place on the 20th and 27th of September and the 4th of October. The course covers the role of artists, impact and value, long-term financial planning for artists, and general opportunities for your work.
If you find value in Stage
Stand by,
Door Live,
1 minute.
please help us grow by letting your friends and followers know. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button and give us a like. Take a moment to share this live feed with your friends and followers right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell to keep updated on our new and exclusive YouTube content. Creating live content is a costly endeavor.
40 seconds.
If you'd like to help
Plus,
us keep the
transition.
conversations going, please hop on over to our Patreon page, where you can become a patron and gain access to exclusive patron-only content.
Gotcha.
Patreon.com/TheatreMakerIE. You can find us on most social media,
20 seconds.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TheatreMakerIE. And catch
15.
additional news, blogs, and sector coverage on our website, theatremaker.ie.
10.
Watch this
9.
space. There's
8.
more
Oh, we're
exciting
transitioning
content
anyways.
on the way
5,
from theatremaker.ie.
3, 2, 1. Oh, next slide.
Began on Saturday the 14th and continues through to the 22nd of August with an impressive lineup of events, including an online singing workshop with Joanne Barry, Shim Satira's repertory director, titled The Traditional Songs of Old, available online on their YouTube channel for the duration of Heritage Week, and it is free and open to all to attend. Another workshop titled Sharing the Tradition, Irish Monarch Dance, is available on demand until the 22nd of August. Shim Satira is also hosting its new folk homecoming exhibition, offering a peek backstage into what it does to care for the cultural heritage, and it has been exploring, sustaining and sharing since its foundations in 1968. Including photographs, audio and video material from their archive, this event will be held from the 19th through to the 22nd of August in Shim Satira. Admission is free and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more about Heritage Week at heritageweek.ie. You can still catch Pan Pan's What is the Word? An audiovisual experience of a curated collection of Samuel Beckett poems presented by some of Ireland's leading actors. Book tickets via IFI's website now. Running from the 18th to the 21st of August in Smock Alley's main space, Histrionics is a mixture of comedy, improvisation and historical lecture. Tickets available at smockalley.com. Glassmass Theatre presents their debut production in their new venue, 1 Hour to Ron Montana, a one-man comedy set to the soundtrack of the 1980s, running until the 28th of August. Tickets are available on glassmasstheatre.com or in person at the Bestseller on Dawson Street. Firedoor Theatre's production of Yasmina Reza's God of Carnage opens to Monday the 23rd in Smock Alley's main space, finishing on the 28th, with a post-show discussion taking place on Wednesday the 25th. Tickets are available at smockalley.com. In the last few days of the Everyman's Cork outdoor summer season at Elizabeth Fort, you can catch Noni Stapleson's Charolais, called a fast-paced, witty and intensely emotional tale filled with laughter, loss and despair by the Irish Times. More information at everymancork.com. And don't forget, Edinburgh International Festival and Edinburgh Fringe Festival are still happening. You can still check out a wealth of shows via the Fringe player at edfringe.com. And that's it for Irish Theatre this week. Thank you for joining us. Our programming is made possible by the support of Dublin City Council and Access Ballymun. TheatreMaker.ie is here to support you and your projects. Don't forget to send in your press releases and show announcements to news@theatremaker.ie for consideration to be published on our website and our online programming. Don't forget to check out Stage Door Live Wednesday week at 7 p.m. Join us again next week for another episode of Irish Theatre This Week, and stay up to date on the latest in arts news on our social media and website theatremaker.ie. And remember, we need your help to keep the conversation going. Pledge your support at theatremaker.ie. Any amount will help, and we greatly appreciate your support. I'm Micheál, and this was Irish Theatre This Week.
You're clear. Woo! We barely made it through that one.
Oh my god. There were lots of words there.
A lot of words. Yeah, so Peter, I can actually show you where that is. Well, I can't show you right now because I'm still live, but give me a second. And just make sure we're down on everything. Cute. So I can show you now because you can see my screen if I go to settings. And then I go to, where do I go? I forgot where it is. Oh, here it is. So if you go to settings, options, and then go to production clocks right here, that will turn the production clocks on and off. Obviously, you have to click OK to make the change. I always turn off the T-bar because why would I use the T-bar on screen? Doesn't make too much sense. Also, sometimes I turn off the fade to black just so I don't screw up. I don't know what show you were watching because Steph, because that was a mess.
There were a lot of words.
Yeah.
Were a lot of words.
Show me how to dock my audio mixer too. Oh, so it's right here.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
Boom, boom, boom,
I do
boom.
Antigone as well.
So that's undocked, and then to dock it, I think. Hold on. Oh wait, no. Do you minimize? Yes, you minimize it, and then it goes in. Click the thing to pull it out. Minimize it to put it back in. Click it to turn it off and on. That makes sense.
Like the space could be like.
You could just read it, like you're just reading it. It's Antigone. And what was this? What was the writer's name?
Oh, reality.
But I like it out because it takes up too much space in here, and sometimes I need to scroll through, especially on Stage Door Live.
Sophocles. What did I say? Sophocles.
Yeah, something like that. It was like.
It was close. You had me laughing like the entire show, and I couldn't stop. I got the giggles. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, that grief that you got me.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, right? It's live, so you just got to keep going and
Yeah.
fix it up. It's live like theater. That's why we do live shows, because we make theater, and theater is about the liveness. Even if 99% of our viewers watch it recording, but I like the live, and I want to talk to our sector about continuing to do live streaming. Keep the conversations going. So did that help, Peter? About the docking the audio mixer? We can see I like the view where we can see the auto cue. Yeah. So that's in the multi-view, right? Yeah. So it's down in the bottom left. I used to have another larger screen, but I'm trying to avoid too much NDI on the network right now until I upgrade it. Because I'm having some NDI problems. I just turned on the music, so if you're hearing music now, that's why.
I know, because the 9 brings it to my gap, but the 13 brings it to 10.
Grim's still here?
I'm gonna, it's both for me. Anyway.
You leaving? Thank you, sir. Yep. Oh, yes, Friday.
I know you remake it. Oh.
set the production clock to 24 hours instead of 12. Oh, I know how to do that too. Right click on the right click on the production clock. No, double click on the production clock. And you can set all the other things for the production clock in here. If your computer time is different than your broadcast time, you could actually offset it. You can set a start and end for the clock. Yeah, you can also invert it if you don't like it like that. But I don't like it inverted because I like dark mode. Want to know something else cool about the production clock? Watch this. Double click on it and click create input. And now you have an input which you can pop onto your multi-view. I don't really have a place for it right now, but why not? So now it is. No, it's not, is it? I messed up. New donor, select 96 and hit OK. Okay, so now it's on my multi-view as well. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot before. So like some people went on like a talk show or a news show will send a multi-view out to the floor. So, you know, if your talent needs a clock, that's a good way to do it. You can also take that clock, and if you're sending, you know, let's say I'm sending this shot, input 1 to the floor, I could just pop this on top of it. Oops, messed up. I could just pop this on top of it, and then pop that anywhere for my talent to see it. Love you, Blue. See you later. So now they have. Well, you can't see anything because Kmart program. So now I have the multi-view on there. Or not the multi-view, the production clock. And that's obviously not going out. That's just on the input that I'm creating to go out to my talent on stage. So that's helpful at times. My delay to live view on YouTube is 25 seconds. Really? That's pretty long. I'm streaming with ultra low latency for this stream just because I want to be able to talk to you guys. And I don't care so much about the end quality of the recording. And it's like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, something like that. No, you didn't hear your name, Grim. No. Nope. Live latency. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Yeah, that's a long time. Twitch is about 7 seconds. I did a little test with that the other night by popping a clock, just like I did the production clock on screen, and just streaming that. Yeah, for our live shows, am I? I normally stream. Oh, you know why? I know why. Because I set it up through Caster today. But normally I do ultra low latency. Again, I don't need the quality. So this is our second to last week in this control room. Well, our next week we're in here, and then we are moving. Yeah. So that's sad. And we're hoping to still keep the studio part-time at least. Check Gilded DM. Let me see. Where are you? Look at that. I am. Normally, let's see. So what is it? It says 24 seconds. 24.75. It doesn't seem that long, but maybe. Yeah. Normally I do ultra low, or try to, for my personal stream. But for the live streams, generally we don't have that much interactivity during the news show for Theater Maker. And then for Stage Door Live, I think I do normal latency or low latency. I think I do low latency. I'm surprised that defaulted to normal latency. Oh, you're seeing a whole bunch of nothing. For some reason, my button didn't work that I made to mute. Okay. Now I'm muted. I did hit the button to mute it. I don't know if you actually heard what I was saying about the B-roll. Yeah, when I was going to play the B-roll, I hit the button to mute it, but it didn't mute the sound on it. So that was what happened in that little mess up. And then I have to figure out what happened with the Joseph thank you, because I made a button. See, it works. It works now. Oh, I went into a transition directly after.
Yeah.
That's why.
And then it like transition and then it's the button came up again.
That's why, because the transitions run on input 3 and are overlay 3. And I'm using overlay 3.
Or the button.
And now you were muted, fixed that. Okay, thank God. Yeah, so I need to fix it. Or we just need to not have transitions right after it.
You did do it before or no after the transition? Or do it in the
Oh, wait a second. No, so it's over. So I'm running the thank you graphic on overlay 4. And transitions run on overlay 4. So let me just run that. Yeah. So I need to fix that. I need to run the dono on overlay 3. And then transition goes on 4. I hate integrating new stuff when I haven't properly tested. I should have. I had plenty of time today to test it. Okay. Well, that's that for this show. It was a little messy at times, but I guess that's okay. Ish. So one of the things I have to do is, before I close this project out, I have to close the audio sources, because when I reopen it, for some reason the audio sources are making vMix crash. So I prefer SRT, Peter. So one of the things that I do for some of my client projects is I send SRT to a system running in the cloud, or actually 2 systems running in the cloud. and then I have 2 backups in case something happens here. So I send those over SRT. Yeah. NDI, I'm interested to see what NDI, what is it called? The remote system, not NDI remote, the other one, NDI, hold on, being stupid. The new NDI bridge, that's the word. I'm interested to see what the remote bridge does. I don't have a lot of luck with NDI on this network. Now, we don't have like a really super powered switch, but we also don't have that many devices on this network, and I just noticed a lot of latency. My not this machine, the machine that I run everything on, run the actual shows on, but the machine that I use for my streaming is absolutely horrible when it comes to NDI. If I run like four NDI streams into it, it will just crash. And actually that happened on a client project a few weeks ago. A client project that I was going to show you guys, and you'll probably remember I canceled the stream last minute because it was just failing. But this machine that I streamed for you guys is an AMD 3900 something, 3900X, and I think that has something to do with it. I just don't know if NDI works properly with AMD CPUs. I don't know, because NDI is primarily processed on the CPU, so it's a couple things I have to look at. I use SRT, not NDI, on 3 cameras, 2 wireless, 1 wired, for the live cooking stream we do on Sundays. They stream live to vMix. Yeah, I like NDI. I like SDI, and not SDI, SRT, and I do prefer it, especially for longer distances. In-house, like, really shouldn't have to use SRT, and then our cameras don't support SRT. They only support NDI or RTMP, the PTZs. So I need to get NDI working properly on our network. It works for a few streams, but not what it should. So we'll see. One of these days, one of the things that I plan on doing is upgrading our Switch. It's a brand new 1 gigabit Switch with plenty of backplane. So you would think it would be okay, but it's not. And I don't know if it's just the AMD system that's having issues. But yeah, SRT is certainly the way to go for long distances. One of the other things that I do sometimes for like theater projects, if it's super important, yeah, I like nerding out too. If I can keep my brain straight, for some of my theater projects, I'll run a second switcher, like a hardware switcher, and I'll SRT out of that using a SDI to SRT converter, send that up to the cloud, and then I'll also send my vMix system, which I prefer to use just because of the capabilities. I'll send my vMix system SRT up into the cloud as well, to 2 systems, and then there I'll have backups in case something crashes. So if my vMix system crashes, I can back up automatically to the hardware switcher, which supports 8 cameras, or if one of the cloud systems crash, cool as well, because with clients it's a bad story if your stream doesn't go out. And we actually did have a problem a couple months ago where the stream went out just fine, but our monitoring systems were not working, and we didn't know that the stream was showing up like 8 pixels by 8 pixels on the delivery page, which didn't look cool, and the client didn't like that very much. But thankfully, we were able to stream it the next night. We had a good recording of it, and it was okay. But not cool when you got, several hundred people waiting to see the stream, and then they can't. So, on client projects, I tend to try to back up. Or at least run backups. I looked at getting the A10 Mini, but didn't. I just used the vMix web controller on a tablet to switch the scenes. Yeah, I mean, that works. If I had another vMix system that was capable of it, I would run 2 vMix systems. All my cameras go into a Blackmagic Smart Video Hub. All of my cameras go into a Smart Video Hub, and then come out into vMix or to a backup switcher. So I could just take, duplicate the feeds, pull them out into 2 systems or 3 systems or 4 systems to make as many backups as I need. I don't like the A10 Mini. I think it's kind of cool, like the A10 Mini Extreme ISO or whatever the hell it's called. I think it's cool that you can record all your cameras. But I'm recording all my cameras on the camera, and really I don't want to have to go back to the camera after the fact, or back to edit after the fact. That's why I'm doing it live, so hopefully my edit's good enough that I'm doing live, and I don't have to spend time editing. Yeah, so let's see. Control room. Nope, that's not the button I wanted. Camera and control room. That one. So yeah, right here. You can't really see it, but it's dark. So that's the Smart Video Hub. It's a 20 by 20. I actually need a 40 by 40. And then right above that is a multi-view 16. A multi-view 16, which I almost never use. Only if I need a custom multi-view for somebody, and I can't use NDI, I'll use it. I used it actually on, was it a project that I streamed? Did I stream it? I can't remember if I streamed it. But I did use it on one project recently. I use it for my, theater design projects where I have multiple projectors, and it's just easy because I don't take vMix with me for that kind of stuff. You would need a switcher, yeah. What I'm using is the what I used to use. What is this? The television studio, right? Is that what it says on it? Blackmagic Television Studio.
Blackmagic Design.
Does it say brand? Yeah, it's a Blackmagic Television Studio, I think it is. So that's the other hardware switcher that I have that has 8 inputs. And I prefer that because it has SDI, and I prefer SDI. No, I am not. I just wanted to make it look cooler for you guys. I don't know. It's still kind of ugly, but bring the attention to my face while I'm working, I guess. It looks cooler, I think. Upstairs, when we move upstairs, I'll actually set up a proper background for myself and some proper lights, and yeah. I know I keep promising that studio tour. We're gonna move out by the time I give you the studio tour. So, let me save this. Oh, right. Did I finish telling you the story about the audio? If I don't close these audio inputs before I close vMix, it makes vMix crash on the next load.